I quit my high-paying job in the tech industry and moved to Montana to pursue my dream of starting my own whiskey distillery. Just around $25,000 to my name and a few pieces of equipment I brought with me. We're starting from scratch. Will our whiskey distillery be successful? We'll find out. This is Whiskey RP. Well, it's an early November morning. Fall is just about ending. Winter is almost here. Trees are looking beautiful. Not very bright this morning, though. But we're going to pick up the sugar. We're going to then head on over to the sawmill and see what we got for planks to sell. And go from there. I think we have plenty of sugar in the yeast factory, so we won't worry too much about that. But let's get all the sugar we can. Head on over, see how the sawmill did. And then we should have enough cash to potentially buy some equipment to help us move those wood chips. And I'm hoping they produced a lot overnight, because we're already out of yeast. We're already out of wood chips in the whiskey factory, and no more pallets of yeast. So that yeast is definitely slow producing. It's time to see how many planks we have here. It looks like, oh, not too bad. I don't know if that was a full day, so we'll get these loaded up and head on over, figure out the place to sell them. Probably Hoot's place. This seems to be the spot where everything gets sold. So let's hop back in and let's see what we got for wood chips first. Yeah, we're gonna have to get something to solve that soon. But let's head on over to Hoot's place and see how much money we made. So we made it over with our new telehandler. It's fancy. The bucket's a little large, but I think it'll do the trick. We also got a little trailer over here for it. Definitely will be enough to get us by for now. Nice, 1,200 liters. Would be nice if it was a little bit more, but we'll go ahead and try to learn how to drive this thing and dump this off. But then also over at the factory, or the dealership, you can kind of see in the distance there, we got an auger wagon, which is going to help us do this barley harvest here in a few. Nice, filled up. And so we should be able to lower this down, attach it, and just go back and forth. This does go 19 miles an hour, so it'll be a much better than the skid steer. So let's get this delivered, and hopefully by the time we get back over there, there'll be another pallet of yeast as well. Actually raise that up so we can see what we're doing driving. Yep, we'll do that. And that should be good enough. And yeah, hopefully we got another pallet of yeast over there as well so we can get production back up and running. Otherwise, it's going to be a slow grind. Got our hazards on just to be safe. There we go. We got fallback. I accidentally shut that back off. Very nice. In theory, we could have just came over here with it in the bucket, but I wanted to test out the whole process here. Very, very nice. No yeast yet. Oh boy. We'll go ahead and leave this here for now. And we'll grab the John Deere across the street and go pick up our auger wagon and get prepped for a new harvest. Sure is pretty in the fall here. There's the wagon. Hopefully, I never used one of these. All right, here's the auger wagon. Hopefully this will do the job and help us move a lot faster with these harvests. Figured we get this going. I know the field is pretty close to the silo, but I think this will still be the most efficient way to spend our time. And it's a little too wide, so we'll have to go all the way around. Let's make sure we get all these going, get our hazards on, got our wide load here. So to make sure we didn't make a mistake here. Oh yeah, this is gonna work perfect. Perfect. All right, let's put the pipe in, shut those off. Now let's just get the combine over here. This is exciting, more barley. I think we have plenty after this harvest for quite a while. Got everything set up here. Let's just check the height down here. That should do the trick. Oh, it wasn't finished lowering. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That turned on. You know, it would be nice to have a bigger machine here. Maybe that'll be one of our next upgrades. Speed up these harvests a little bit. The yield seems pretty impressive. It's filling up pretty quickly. So this should be a good harvest. We're gonna get down here, do a couple rows of the headland here. We're not gonna do the headland down at the bottom, or the entire headland here, but we wanna get out of the way of the sawmill, so that we can turn the harvester around once we're going up and down. And it might be full by the time we do that as well. Wow, we filled it up already. Well, hopefully that help that we hired for the day gets here soon. Otherwise, we're gonna be running back and forth a lot ourselves. All right, fill it on up. All right, well, we can close that on up. Get it going again. Yeah, this wagon's definitely gonna help. Good decision. All right, our helper has arrived, so we'll head on over and man the wagon. They'll take care of the harvester for us. Hopefully that's a wide enough runway for them not to run into our sawmill. We might need to invest in another yeast factory. This is, well, the winter's coming, so that might give us a little bit of a runway for that. We got one pallet. It's not too heavy. I can pick this up. All right, we're back in production, and look at that. Isn't that a pretty surprise? Maple whiskey. Beautiful. Now we just gotta let it age a little bit. Pretty excited, our first load using this. Let's see if we can figure out the distance away. There we go. Well, it's halfway full already. Very nice. Allows us to stay busy and keep working and not waste any time. I love it. Got another worker with us, it'd be even better. Well, dropping off our first load, this is definitely helping out. I like this process. Instead of driving the semi on the field, it just didn't seem right to do that. So let me know what you think. I wanted to see how many of these grapes I could put in the yeast factory while we're waiting for this harvest to get done. I'd like to get these in a better storage situation than just the trailer. Looks like they're looking a little rough in there. And just a little bit. So, we might want to look into upgrading this yeast factory. Save up a little bit of cash and double our productivity out of it at least. Maybe triple it. We'll have to see what the room is in there, if there's more processing units that we can buy for that. Still working on the harvest, but came back to check. We got the original whiskey as well spawning. Oh man. Yeah, we just need to get some storage for these and figure out exactly how we're gonna store them and let them age. The maple whiskey is producing a little bit faster, which is kind of surprising to me. Well, another full load of barley. This is definitely a great harvest. The yield has been perfect on this, so we're over, 80,000 liters at this point. Some more left in the auger wagon. Harvester's finishing up the last 2 passes right now. Definitely a great day. And here's the last little bit. Not too bad. Another 6,500 in here. Let's make sure that's completely empty. Go ahead and send the worker on home for the day. We'll come pick up that harvester later on. Let's try not to ruin our wheat here. We'll head on over to the silo and see how much barley we have in storage. Exciting. We're gonna have to approach this way because of the direction of the pipe here, and that should do it. Maybe. Oh, can we not unload this here? Action cannot be performed. So I appear to be doing something wrong. Let me know if I am. We'll go ahead and drop it into this trailer. And then we'll do the thing. All right, with that last little bit of barley going in, 138,000. We've got plenty. We have got plenty of barley. Maybe too much. The SW Whiskey Factory is running well. We almost got our second pallet of maple. Let's go ahead and move these over, maybe back in this area. We'll let them age a little bit back here. Need to get some official storage for it because these are going to start piling up and we don't want to sell them until they are ready. I'm Socks Way Up. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you on the next episode.